guys? Welcome back to ECS North America. I'm Eric DeBaristromer with my two great friends, James Bardoff,
Slightly greater.
Dan. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Although that game left something to be desired. It was easy for Renegades, Spacestation. They've had some issues with lineup changes and so on and so forth. They've got some talented players. I'm afraid they're going to get players poached, more players poached. Infinite, he's ripe for the picking. He should be.
Well, they
he
haven't
should
had
be
any
taken by a
players
big org.
poached. They've kicked players.
Well, they're right to be poached.
There you go. Maybe someone else will poach.
Yeah,
them
I
out.
think Infinite has shown promise.
Grim as well is pretty good. Yeah.
Yep.
I think he's looking pretty nice.
It's weird. It feels like the entire team has a lot of potential in the lineup, but they
Yes.
got to find that formula, that route, the path. You can't just throw all the eggs in the pan and hope
Yeah.
for some omelet. You got to stir a little bit, get some cheese, maybe a little milk if you want it fluffier. You know, that's a little secret. Put a little milk in the omelet, make it a little fluffier.
So, omelets aside,
Yeah.
they are quite delicious. But what I think is interesting is that you get two types of teams that get into the league in this way. It's either the team like NRG, where they just sort of pop up. Daps is just doing his thing again. He's somehow found some crazy talents, and the team works. And then you get a situation like this with as you're now Spacestation, where they get into the league. They are somewhat of the punching bag of the league, but the players are incredible. That's how they got there. And so I feel like they may not with this team. I think it's what Henry said actually about them. With this team, with this under this brand, under the grouping of players, they may not do a lot, but the individuals could do huge things, but maybe not with this lineup. And that's what I'm wondering. Is that the case for the team, or is it going to be more of the first one? Because again, it comes down to the players. Sometimes you'll have certain players that are very charismatic, coming from and maybe a bit more mature than you would expect, older than their years would suggest, and they can actually build that structure and use the experience in ways that other players couldn't. So it can be hard to know.
Yeah, I think you need to have the right environment to grow as well, because you need some people who have learned more lessons than you have to be able to learn those lessons as well, rather than repeat mistakes and be in the same cycle.
This reminds me, do you remember we had Ghost coming in? And Ghost looked really promising, and then it seemed like within the team and the org, everything was just madness, and it was became an awful environment. They had to get loads of new players so that they wouldn't have to drop out one of the leagues.
They had like 8 players who were playing in 2 leagues at the same time.
They had like 9 or something on their roster where they play two games at the same time in 2 different leagues. I remember that. That was crazy.
And they were looking good. Otherwise, like originally, they were looking kind of good. They had like Wardell, this exciting AWP player, and then everything seemed to just get weird.
Sometimes it gets a little weird, but with that being said, the match is live. Spacestation versus Renegades on Dust 2. James does not like dust in his lungs. What do you think about that?
Dan, you talk.
Oh!
Pass.
Grim takes one straight to the face. Snakes. Well, he's dead. He's a mess on the floor now. Long forgotten. Davey getting in there through the smoke. For some reason, Davey's name makes me think of pirates. Don't know why just yet. Still working on figuring that one out.
Davey. Isn't there a pirate named Davey, like in the old days?
There must be.
Big duel by the window.
Dodgeable.
Infinite and Odorous versus 4. Gratisfaction around the smoke, waiting, playing a weird angle, an unexpected angle. Odorous may go wide. Gratisfaction with a sense of something. Nice one tap from Odorous, but it is a highlight, or a low light rather, in a round they are going to lose. Davey Boy Smith, British Bulldog. Legendary wrestler.
I remember that guy.
Rest in peace. He was awesome.
It's kind of sad because a lot of wrestlers die at like age 55 from all the roids.
Yeah. I suppose it's really unhealthy environment. Who was it directed the wrestler? Is that one of my favorite? Is it Aronofsky?
Morgan Freeman.
That's a great movie.
No, it's not Morgan Freeman.
Even you watched that movie, James.
What do you mean even I watched that movie?
You don't
It's
watch,
a wrestling movie.
You
Of
haven't
course
seen
I watched
anything.
it.
You haven't seen Lion King?
I don't need to see Lion King.
Or Lord of the Rings?
I don't need to see anime lions running around and people shooting deers.
Wrong.
Have you seen Star Wars, James? Oh, hello. Nice.
I like the noise of the taser.
Yes. I think
That scream.
for those in the movie, or for those sort of film buffs out there, it always reminds me of that stock scream which is called the Wilhelm Scream, which is it was part of like some stock audio files that were just reused, and it's like a homage. You'll find it in Star Wars. It's in all kinds of horror movies, especially as a little homage. And that's what it reminds me of. Maybe that is a reference to something. I don't know.
And because of it's on the third round, there's not going to be any AWP from Spacestation. This allows Renegades to rush down middle, but it proves not to be fruitful. Spacestation takes out 2 of Renegades. This allows gratification. No.
Gratification.
Think of
why are you helping him? It's more fun to watch him fail.
Because now I'm going to help him, and if he still fails, it's even more fun. You got to up the ante.
I said it for like 10 times right, and then all of a sudden, take a 10-minute break, we'll come back, and just...
I think of satisfaction.
Gratitude.
Satisfaction.
Gratification, satisfaction. JKS, that looks satisfying. Grim is going to take one to the face as well. And this is the problem with Dust 2 sometimes. The AKs, when a couple CTs are dead, you can just roam around and maybe get lucky, catch a CT off guard. But speaking of being caught off guard, Infinite will be making JKS look the fool. And now it's down to him in the 1 versus 2. He can absolutely do this. He's got an AK-47 coming from long. It is a safe plant. And he's going to close the distance, can hug the wall for as long as possible. Might be able to get close here. I don't know if did they see him? I think they did. Yes, they did. That looks good. Infinite finds a headshot. Great spray control as always. Infinite with great mechanics. This man definitely puts a lot of work into the game. Up-and-coming talents. And he's done it. Beautiful.
Wow.
Elevating on the car, and he finds the headshot immediately. 1 versus 3. No problem at all for Gratisfaction.
He's so smart.
Like, that's the first... I mean, I know to check that angle and whatnot, but man, that's unfortunate for Renegades to be actually in the spot. But again, Renegades, it was a 2-on-1 situation. There's no reason for Liez to completely commit to that. Pop flash, maybe elbow, maybe take a look, if possible. I don't know. It just felt like it was too much, maybe.
That peek from the car by jumping up the car reminds me of this time when I saw Simple with a 1v3 clutch on Mirage, just jumping up on the bench, and I'm like, why have I never seen anyone do that before? It's like so simple. Yeah,
but it's like the only way he wins the run, otherwise he saves with 12 HP as well, which is really smart and efficient. Efficacy. 4 players remain for Renegades after losing Jacob towards long. And Spacestation have backed off. They will sit on that man advantage. They will idle on it. Maybe not. They're moving towards the short position now, since they have given up long, where there are 3 players, including the bomb. Grim taken out. Infinite has been eliminated. That is a big scalp for the shelf of Renegades. Yeah, JKS looking through the gap. Didn't expect that, did he, Davey?
Nice clean one here from Renegades. This is a map that Renegades historically, obviously it's a long time ago, but this is sort of where when they were actually competing internationally, you had the young JKS and Azza, and back when Sponge was on the team, maybe even Havoc. I think it goes back that far. It was Dust 2 where they were able to create some upsets and look really good. Mirage, I think, was one of the other maps, which back then was pretty awesome for them. So it's definitely one of the mainstays for Renegades, and definitely quite suitable for the playstyle that they have and the individual ability. And to start off on the T side as well, and to start off in this way where you reset the CTs, they have set space stations up for a potentially horrible time. We're talking like puking in your ventilator under the sea, James. That's how horrible it could be for them.
It's not so bad, actually.
Well,
is it really not so bad? Is it not so bad, James?
I haven't yet done it, like, with large volume. It's just been stomach acid, so I'll let you know. I'm going diving again soon. I'm sure I'll be puking it more.
Puking under the sea,
If the
not so bad.
anti-nausea tablets fail me again, then I'll keep you updated if I survive.
You have to live stream the whole thing from start to finish. That'd be cool.
Maybe no.
Might be possible. I'm not sure. It must be, right?
Yeah, it is. But no. Must stay shallow enough. But Gratisfaction is exposed to the player in through the doors, but of course he gets the kill. 10 HP for him. JKS continuing the anti-eco proceedings. Jacob with a very important hold of the gap. for him just around the corner. So many feet. Looks the wrong way. Now there are 2 rifles to collect. That smoke will be very important, but the bomb is so far away. Gotta wait. Gotta be careful. Gotta be sure. The jumping is ironic there, because if somebody was peeking, they might have seen over the top. Ooh. Oh dear. JKS, so much to do. Maybe he wants to get back to the site. Otherwise, how does he defend versus all these players? Is the bomb planted for him? I'm not so sure it is. Needs to avoid Infinite's angles. There's 1, there's 2. Huge from him. But Infinite, once again, to clutch for Space Station. The MVP. Get that man more oxygen.
Yeah, but it could be so bad because everyone dies but Infinite. So Renegades, if they win this next round, it's just hell once again. That said, money sucks for Renegades, but they have to buy here, surely. It'd be cool to see Xbox smoke and then just try to hit a fast set piece onto the A-bomb site. I think that could be really cool because you can take the AWP out of the picture very early on. Don't give Gratisfaction a time to make a play with his AWP. Shut it down, get the bomb planted, and get close to those pistols. But actually, they decided not to force it, and
I kind of like that move.
they're going to wait.
Because JKS will be able to afford an AWP next round if they want to have an AWP anyways. Or all 5 rifles and get 19 hundo. Yeah, so he does get up cat with 0 smoke. Interesting that Spacestation's playing so passive towards middle, even though they're still playing a 2-on-2.
I would be expecting a force buy from if I was Space Station as well.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why they're playing really passively. Ooh, that! Oh my goodness! Imagine if they had an AK. That would be quite dangerous. Infinite will come to clean up though. He's so reliable. Infinite is actually one of the most reliable players I've seen play. You just know that he's the safest pair of hands.
Yeah, you can see the intelligence in the decision making and the play.
Intelligence.
Double peek. Renegades putting themselves in the best possible position to succeed, but of course with no Kevlar and not much in the terms of weaponry. There's only so much you can do. Liaz actually going for the round win. Had an M4, doesn't fancy it though. And that's round number 3 for Space Station.
You hop on that from on the ground, I think you have to use the step from lower tunnels to hop in that spot. Wow. Feels silly.
Infinite's the intelligence. The erudites.
What does that mean?
Basically just means really intelligent.
Erudites.
Erudite. E-R-U-D-I-T.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay. Well, that's a great start for Renegades. Oh, shot through the door.
Erudite.
Arugula.
Having or showing great knowledge or learning.
I like that you fact-checked it.
His explanation was not sufficient for me. I don't believe his words.
But I'm very often much more right than you with words.
I still don't believe that. And Hazard doesn't believe in Odorous' angles.
I respect the skepticism.
The A site is being compromised. The alarms are going off in the Space Station, but the airlocks cannot be opened.
Disaster round for Space Station. Even though they won 2 rounds in a row, they have to reset. They have to save for the next round.
On the subject of space stations and space, I watched the Han Solo movie on the plane over here. There's a lot of just nothing going on, the usual stuff, racing, running away from people, driving away from people, running away from people, a bit of capture here and there, escaping, a bit of love interests from Khaleesi, which was really weird to see. And then
Jon Snow,
end of the movie.
Yeah.
It's just like, with watching her playing such a serious role to playing like a churn love interest in a Star Wars movie is just weird, you know?
You're typecast.
It's a good way not to get, well, I don't know if it's a good way not to get typecast, but
dragon,
just
queen.
odd.
She's like, I will only be either a princess or a queen. That's
I
all,
just feel
that's all I
like
can
she
do.
has too much natural elegance to just be a bit derpy in a in a churned Star Wars movie.
You know, why haven't they made a Darth Vader movie? Like, that'd be the most popular one out of all these little side Star Wars movies that they're throwing out, you know?
Is it Darth Maul in that one?
Which one?
The Han Solo?
I don't know.
I think it might be Darth Maul.
I didn't even see it.
It's the red guy, the red face guy.
With
Red and black
lines?
Yeah.
Well, from episode 1.
Is that Darth Maul?
Yeah, that's, well, from the Phantom Menace, I don't know if it's the same guy. Because it's a race of people in the Star Wars.
These are prequels, though, aren't they? Or something? Yeah, it is, because he's all young and stuff. Han Solo, so yeah, might be that guy. I like that guy.
So wait, if it's young, I don't think it'd be. Actually, I don't even know. I don't even know.
I don't.
There's
really
so many
care for the newer
people
films.
on the internet watching this that know the answer to all these questions. They're very frustrated right now.
I know they're probably like, "Oh my God, you guys are so dumb."
Look at these bumbling
That's what
buffoons.
Twitter's for.
It's okay. It's good not to know everything. You arrogant people.
Taxi!
It's my taxi now.
You know, every so often I see a yellow taxi in Santa Monica. I just imagine just how wrecked that entire industry is by by Uber.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy because states are banning Uber in some cities because of how big taxis are.
Well, there's like, I know in New York there's this crazy, like the licensing is owned all by basically one person. Doesn't own Uber though.
It's corrupt.
5-3 in favor of Renegades. They are far better equipped for this situation. Odorous, though, has long for now. 2 players in the B halls for the T side. Perhaps heard by Davey, but so early doesn't mean so much. That's a glorious flashbang. Flashbangs of old down through the middle doors. Space Station looks to hold on to long and short. It's a meaty smoke grenade. But there's plenty of time for Renegades.
Oh, nice. The boost pays off there. That's a good opening towards short. So, it's really difficult on Dust 2 when this happens, because if you could just freeze frame this, just look at what is happening on the minimap. The Odorous is completely isolated. The long player is isolated. It's really difficult for the CT perspective. The rotations are long, very, very long distances. So you have to just really perform very well individually. And, you know, Grim is looking to try to take a 1v1 here, but the A bomb site's already been given up. And it almost feels like they're already hunting for Davey towards B as well. He's got 2 players trying to sandwich him, and he'll go down as well. Grim not really left with much of a chance here. He picks up the AK-47. Hit his bounty to claim, but perhaps it will be reclaimed as Renegades are looking to hunt him down, I'm sure. Man, that's one of the hardest things about CT Dust 2. You know, you lose that first player, no presence on mids, really long rotations, everyone's isolated. It's hard to play that position.
Oh, this sucks.
This sucks.
I don't have a Renegades cannon. I have a Vox cannon. A Man of War, AWP.
Spray. So good.
Very nice. And that is long taken. Jacob in position on short. He must be loving life, man. One of the Danish exiles, if you will, just like Kaden was.
Jacob is Norwegian.
That's what I meant. Why did I think Denmark?
Because the flag's
I'm just looking at the color of the flag. I haven't slept much.
They're pretty
Nordic. He's a Nordic exile.
There you go.
There we go. Fixerino.
What happened to all the Norwegian teams? They're so big in 1.6.
Down to his knees, bro. Snake's got a lot of USP shots off there, in fairness. Ooh, Davey, what is this? Oh, no!
Oh,
There's no way 10 seconds. Surely not. Check yes. If he doesn't stand his ground, yes. Oh, he's going for the knife, is he? The spray. Oh my God! Just knife him!
Oh my goodness.
That was almost the best thing ever.
That's why I buy Kid and Eco rounds as well.
I gotta say, if you're gonna do that, don't just waggle your crosshair like that. Spray one spot, spray the next spot, spray the next spot. That's probably what you want to do.
Very wise words.
Because as you can see, that maybe hit a bullet, then you're completely aiming the wrong place. Or
in fairness to him, he doesn't know like how close he is to the defuse. He wants to shoot as soon as possible. He might not have time for the knife, but we can see we have complete information. So knife it. Azar with a very quick pick. Snake through the window. We'll take Jacob out. The bomb hasn't committed anywhere yet. Just top mid for now. Ooh, great timing from Azar. Can't get the second one. If Grim peeked a little deeper into mid, he would have seen the bomb. It could be lost. It will be lost. That's a huge W for Spacestation in the short term. Now what about the long?
Well, Infinite's covering long. Will be Molotov, in fact. Now he's upgraded to an AWP. Got some shiny stickers on it. Gold one, in fact. That bomb is... It's going to be difficult to get that, as they have a minute to do it. Now, one of the things you got to be careful of is wasting too much time, because you still need to account for getting back to the bomb site at the same time.
He didn't see him. You see his gun on the screen and his arms. Miss it again.
Very difficult shot there for Infinite to try to land. And Grim will take down Leah. It's 34 seconds until the round is over. And that bomb needs to be collected in the next 15 seconds or less. ECS can't get it. He has to go for elimination at this point. Oh, that's good. Picks up another AK. Does it have bullets in it? Yes, it does. But there's Infinite with the AWP ready and waiting. And that'll be another round going in favor of Spacestation, thanks to plays from Infinite.
Didn't really big impact. Even though they only have 4 rounds, I think 3 of those rounds that they've won was because of Infinite. Infinite power.
Infinite.
Infinite red hair.
Auto shotgun from Davey. I love an auto shotgun shotty on Dust 2. Oh, this is going to be a nice one. Almost Smith's-esque. Even better. Very nice.
This was a full buy.
Liaz is dead, and that is a 5th round for Spacestation. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Somehow you get only a MP9 out of that.
I would prefer if they opened up the hallway to the site. Like, look at it. You doesn't have to aim that much to get 3-4 kills. You just have to aim in the hallway.
Indeed.
Make it wider.
I don't think it's a bad thing on its own, though.
Make it more enticing.
Good shot.
I don't want to go B ever on this map.
ECS on the barrel. Blind. Ooh, that was some parkour. Now check him's in a crossfire. He must rely on his teammates and pre-fire from him. And there is a trade, leaving Snakes on his own, as per usual.
Yeah. He's often playing B, so it's that classic situation.
Shadow.
The master saver.
Shadow settings. There's the guys around there somewhere. Now he knows where 2 of the 3 are. And now he's dead. Renegades don't let Spacestation get too far ahead of themselves. Money is weird for Spacestation. They may favor the buy, however. 2 rounds remain in the first half.
2 rounds indeed. 5 rounds. I mean, we saw Strauss and LDLC get plenty of CT rounds. That's kind of an anomaly kind of match. 5 rounds is not too bad of CT. Hopefully they can squeeze in 1 more before the half is over. 6 is manageable, very doable. Look at this, a free bomb site.
2 tasers again. Been fairly successful with the tasers, but maybe not this time. It's an easy one for Renegades.
What if they had this selfie stick on it, with the taser and then just poke them? Like cattle prod.
You can't buy tasers in the UK.
Why?
So people don't get tased? Probably. I did try though.
It is one of those things where why would you need a taser?
To tase someone. Sometimes you've got to tase someone.
That's ambitious.
I've never heard of anyone needing to tase someone.
Well,
that's a good thing. Can't buy tasers.
that's a pretty good argument over here. Why do we need guns? There you go. That's asked 1,000 times over here.
For freedom.
To shoot bears.
Ooh. Need more than a gun to kill a bear. They're vicious.
Big gun.
They're meaty.
Triple AWP for Spacestation. Even though Renegades are the Oceanic team. A strong difference in approach, and Odorous will get one and leave. He will not outstay his welcome. Fade away HE grenade, and Azza will have a look at. take some damage from. Could have been worse.
No twang.
Some spray through the door from Monsieur Justin Savage. Justin Kilogram Savage.
I really hope we see like a proper set piece on the A side at some point. So talking Molotov on the slope, so you can land on top of the box and then fall onto the slope, so the orb can't peek. The correct pop flashes and smokes. The smoke that covers the drop down into CT. You know, that'd be really cool. We just don't see it anymore. Like, we still aren't really seeing that kind of stuff since Dust 2's come back. It's just taking so long for people to get back onto some of those strong executions. And, well, it looks like Renegades will quickly switch it up off short control, just drop down for the B split, and it's going to work out. They win every 1v1 they need to. Grim is going to have a horrible time. Nice angle from Azza. This position has been horribly difficult for a lot of people to deal with. It's been high value.
Oh, what?
How did he get that one? There's a chance now.
JKS versus the world. We've seen this one before. The flashbang Infinite making some steps of winning the flashbang. Keep the gun out! M4A4 will finish off the job. Just round 6 for Space Station as we move into half-time.
Bez is unhappy.
I'm just shaking my head because Renegades literally had the site, they had the numbers, but guess what? Let's just peek one by one outside the site and die one by one. It's just like, it's like, if I want Space Station to win that round, I want them to do something crazy and incredible, not something as half-assed as what Renegades tried to do.
Need to have discipline. Like a discipline.
Need to have Casada with that whip just right behind him, just whipping right in the back of the shoulders.
Taser, perhaps.
Taser. Well, you don't want to knock him out.
Lower the voltage. A light tase. Somewhere between the full tase and you know, a fence around a farm.
Okay, yeah.
Get some balance in there. Intermittent tasing.
The Brits are very good at torture techniques.
Learned from the medieval days.
Yeah, we had that on lock. Oh, hello. So, Space Station down to 4 players and trying to find a way into a bomb site. Creeping up long now. Well, I say creeping, running. Gratisfaction able to find the headshot onto Infinite. 2 more players to go, and Flash comes in. Another one for Grat. He's going to be doing a great job here. How can they recover? You're 2 versus 4 with Glocks on Dust 2. It's very difficult. Those USPs are so good at these ranges.
It is less than ideal. The bomb around the corner, perhaps the point of no return, and reinforcements are coming. 2 players behind the cart. Liaz with another kill for his team. Another kill for Renegades, the final kill of the round. And that is both pistols won by Renegades. Implications aren't as strong as before, but they're still strong. Now what? A flash is purchased. They go towards B. No Molotovs. But Jacob is going towards B with a HE, as is JKS. This could be devastating, as it can give him early warning. Peeking with only the USP. 3 players on the USPs, as Bez is pointing out to me. We have not seen this before. So, oh god, their buy's going to be so good. This is awesome, but Jacob. Oh, I was going to say outstaying the welcome, but obviously not. I mean,
so look, USPs. Pretty cool.
Renegades is going to have a rough time against Europe teams.
That's
They try that 3 USP strat. Your teams are Haven's still pretty much force buying on a good majority of these second rounds, even with the new money system.
It is bold, isn't it? It's bold. Then there's great rounds you can run with force buys on the T side here. So again, if you have that execute with the amount of A's you can buy, you can do a crazy strong A set piece.
Yeah.
On the T side in that second round. So again, something. There's just so much stuff that like old basic stuff for Dust 2 that we haven't seen on its reintroduction that is possible still. Nice. There's the bomb. Hello. Seen that before.
Strong stuff. What a buy from Renegades. What a great place to test it. Something you can't do more than 30% of the time, I think it's fair to say. Like at LAN, let's say. You can't be predictable with that. But that's really cool. Very, very cool. 3 players remain. JKS awaits. He is salivating for more targets. I like smoke. Oh, Goy. Goy? God.
Goy.
Shake him with a kill. There it is. That is such an awesome round from them. And it pays off.
Very clean.
Very clean.
Look at the money. Look at the money on Renegades. It's only on the 4th round, and they all have $2,500.
Situation is devastating.
Spacestation very desperate to start cleaning some rounds together for momentum, but Azza pushing up the middle. Getting the killing grip right away.
Oh,
whoa!
The triple. And he finishes off. Beautiful.
Triple ball.
Don't see that every day. Exploderizing the T side.
What time was that round ended at? Like 140?
I don't think it was as fast as the other one.
So we'll never know.
138.
Unless we go back to YouTube and watch this VOD.
138's not as fast as 145.
It's true.
145 hard beats.
Science.
Quick maths. 3 rounds away from victory, Renegades. A much needed win, an expected win. The Space Station have got a strong buy now. The 1 AWP, the 4 AK-47s. Don't know where the action came from. It is a Russian gun after all. Mr. Kalashnikov himself died a few years ago.
Really?
Yes.
The guy who invented the gun?
Yes.
I don't want to assume, that's why I ask.
Liaz awaits towards long. And he may have some company soon, some trouble. Snakes jiggling, moving around, making sure there's no creep from Renegades. So maybe Space Station were keeping things quiet to invite some overextension from Renegades, but they will be patient.
Flash, but Elias only gets 1 before Davey takes him out. Azur has to fall back to the car spot, you know, safe in his car.
Oh, Jaken's position is so good though. He's going to get the bomb. Oh, did it fall down? I think it did. Yes, it did. That's not going to be too much of a problem though. 3v3. Nice grenade. Perfect spot on. And there's 20 seconds to plant the bomb. They can't really go back to B at this point. They've got to make it happen on A. Make their way across. JKS not quite sure which way to commit to the shot. I'm not sure if he even saw the heads, which were clearly going past him. And Azza now from the car position with the rifle. Not the easiest spot. Odorous. Easy kill for him though, as Gratata has been made into chunks of death. Chunks of death.
2 out of 10.
But it has to be genuine, James. It has to be awkward and be just generally out of place and not make sense. So,
well, due to Renegade's cheeky triple eco round, they will have plenty of money. The long take, the flash is avoided. Infinite stay overhead shot. Satisfaction trying to make his way to a safe haven. Molotov may force him from his position. Can you look over that? They could boost over behind it, maybe.
And
indeed.
Are they listening to you right now?
Perhaps they are. Now he can stand up. I think he was crouching. This is getting very strange now. Spray on the low ground, of course. Do they have any more smokes? Yes. Boost over it. Standing boost. Standing boost. No.
Dream is dead.
Infinite will be left in long. Man advantage for Space Station. JK is starting to push. Does he look towards T-spawn? He could find so many players. No, he won't go that far. And he will be able to retreat a little bit. Does he hear the footsteps? Surely he does. Does he peek yet further? Oh, that's glorious from him. Gratification picking off Infinite in the meantime, but JK is still on his own. The Molotov will buy some time. HE as well, and Space Station are running out of options and time.
that's getting weird now. That Molotov just sends them, or herds them towards the A bomb site again, and there's still 2 players there for Renegades. This works out pretty well. And you need 3.5 seconds to plant the bomb, so 20 seconds to get that bomb going. It's looking quite difficult here. can see there's not the Molotov on the slope, but still they'll take down both players on the A site. But here comes Jacob. Don't think that will hit the spot. It is planted for short. And now all of a sudden Space Station have advantage. What a back and forth round.
Very much so. Renegades had long. They went to B. They kept B. Space Station forced to rotate from pillar to post. And still, somehow, they win the round. JKS for much needed AWP, but the money has been sapped by Space Station. They're leeching the money away from Renegades. Like a tick on a domesticated animal.
A hacker in a bank is taking money via internet.
They're on the internet. They've logged on. Well, what will they do? No purchases just yet. They're not going to really buy around what they have. They'll keep the money even, focus on the future. No exchange towards long. Space Station have that now. Infinite will keep them honest towards the B bomb site where Jacob lies in wait. A very quick flank, in fact, from Jacob. In the meantime, we may see a frag towards A. Infinite moving down just as Jacob moves through. Gratisfaction getting aggressive on short. Which way does he go, Jacob?
Surprised he doesn't check like to his left or right. It's crazy.
Splats.
Jam on the wall.
Delicious.
Now, how do Renegades find out how many players are on long? Jacob is going to take out Infinite. That might speed things up now. AWP on the site with JKS, and look at that. The kill feed filling up with Space Station players. Too much sugar in the diet. They've had a coronary.
Odorous kind of the wrong way right there. Maybe heard something behind him. Got spooked by a ghost.
Opening and closing doors. Getting chickens. Well, Space Station are going to play against match point. They're not even forcing it up. Unless they believe. Do you believe, Dan, though?
No.
Do you believe?
No. Do not, unfortunately. Looks too comfortable here for Renegades, but we'll
Oh!
And the spray.
Please, I beg you. Flashbangs, targets by the door. They've got a cross, they've got no smoke.
Ooh.
With two hands, Renegades will choke. HE behind the door, behind Xbox. Not yet. Moving forward now with the pistols. And its debut with 16 HP. The Tech 9. They just can't get it to work, even at super close range. Renegades move to match point. We're just going to say defuse kit, defuse it, something.
I do have to say, I haven't really seen a good argument yet for the Tech 9. Lots of people have been buying it, but I still don't really feel it. Not feeling it.
I want the 5.7 on the T side. That's what I want.
Yeah, it's a bit too good, isn't it?
I can have a CZ, why can't I have a 5.7? I don't get it.
It's a CT gun. That's
Isn't
why.
CZ seems like a CT gun to me.
They've stolen some. From the warehouse of CT guns.
There you go.
The CT gun warehouse.
Moving up, no respect style. No one person is close. One person is dead. Two people are dead. Now 3 people are dead. And as he moves forward, he will soon see the bomb. Oh, look, there's a little present for me here. Snake's last man. Grenade spam, looking for the knife.
Yeah.
And there it is from the back. 16-8, double the score for Renegades. Very important W's for them. They had to get the wins, they did get the wins, and they continue to move up the table.
Easy does it. Renegades is a great map for them. We saw so much confidence. We had some wrenches thrown into the works here or there by Space Station, but ultimately Renegades had more class in every category of Counter-Strike that you could expect, and that is to be expected. On paper, that should have been what happened, and it was.
Beautiful stuff from Renegades. Dominating their performance, their opponent. Dominating performance, dominating their opponent. There we go. Hard word for hard, hard's the word. I almost said hard's the word. This is terrible. This is a terrible outro during the replay. I'm going to continue talking because I have to.
I liked it.
You liked it, as long as you did, then everything's fine. I can't wait to see where Renegades are. There's 3 wins from 4 matches, I believe, today. Right?
Yep. 1 for 1 with the United.
Yeah, very interesting times. With that loss, Spacestation are guaranteed a relegation fight later on. Well, probably next year at this point. They've got a few more matches to play, but they cannot escape their situation now. JKS with 30 frags, 3,021 damage, and a mere 3 assists. And soon we will see what these matches mean for Renegades. Again, 4 more matches in the bag, 3 Ws for them. And look at that, with 2 games to go, they find themselves in 2nd place.
What the heck?
Where did that cut?
That's what I'm talking about. They've only lost 5 games. They've only got 2 games left.
Wow.
At this point, they might almost be, oh god, they're so close to land. That's crazy.
I'm curious on this because there's probably a chance that maybe Team Liquid and Cloud9 could get pushed down. I wonder if there's an actual scenario that
Absolutely, MIBR can go beyond the points that they have, securing their own position. Complexity have so many games to play. Really, I think it's down to Complexity to push Team Liquid out of contention for LAN. But Cloud9 are definitely in a ropey position. I can't imagine that MIBR only get 1 win from the remaining 4 games, so it is all to play for in this season of ECS. These final games are going to be crazy. That is our show coming to an end for today. 1 more day of Counter-Strike before a short break. That's tomorrow. So again, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And I think that's all from us. We will see you bright and early for tomorrow for the European Games and then more North America. See you then.